Joplin residents will be asked to vote yes or no to change emergency ordinance to expedited ordinance. I'm Nelly Lopez with more details on that coming up.
Plus, future educators hit the campus of PSU for Teacher Interview Day. And nonprofit leaders in Southeast Kansas sharpen their pitch with a grant writing workshop.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Joplin voters will decide a charter change that could affect how city government operates. This is KOAM News. I'm Tanya Bach. On April 7th, residents will vote whether to rename emergency ordinances to expedited ordinances. Now, these ordinances pass with just one city council vote instead of multiple readings. KOAM's Nelly Lopez explains why the city wants this change.
The people aren't confused about the word. The people know what the word emergency and expedited means, and the people know that thing that was happening, the loophole thing, is not happening anymore. And that's, to me, someone got in trouble, and that was their way of apologizing.
In 2025, the city commissioned the panel called Charter Review Commission to review the Joplin's Home Rule Charter and see if changes needed to be made.
One of the things that they came back with was whether or not we should change the language in some of our ordinances from emergency to expedited, because truly expediting is actually what we're doing. There's very few things that we would do that are emergency. You know, somebody's life's at risk here or something like that.
Some residents' concerns were as to what new categories would fall into the expedited ordinance.
We're not putting anything in there for an expedited bill that we're trying to slide under the rug or get, pushed through without people paying attention to it. It's still going to be some of the same things that you would see under an expedited ordinance, such as, a dangerous building being taken down. We need to get that done fast, and that's to keep everybody safe. Water main break, maybe we need to purchase a large piece of equipment.
Expedited intended to mean matters that require timely actions, not necessarily life-threatening situations. As for the process, the public is still allowed to comment and voice their concerns into the ordinance.
Show people that we're not changing the process, we're just changing how it's labeled. We're just moving from the word emergency over to expedited. Process is still the same.
No, I just think clarity is good, and that the change will decrease the amount of confusion.
In Joplin, Nelly Lopez, KOAM News.
Mayor Cortez says if this does not pass, the label emergency ordinance will remain the same, and voters have the option to vote yes or no at the April 7th election. Meteorologist Austin Stantz joins us now with a first look at weather.
Thanks, Tanya. Temperatures out there very mild this evening. We got our winds out of the southeast right now, still near 50 degrees right now. My goodness, is it mild for this time of year? 10:03 this evening. We're talking about temperatures still near 50. 45 in Miami, 43 Oswego, 38 there off to our west in Parsons. Now, as we head into the overnight hours tonight, temperatures are only going to be falling into the lower 40s. So a very mild overnight tonight. Cloud cover begins to make its way back into the area as we head into tomorrow morning. Rain chances also entering the forecast, especially becoming widespread on Saturday there. As we head into tomorrow, what you can expect, temperatures are going to be right around 48 degrees. We'll see that right around 8 o'clock, 64 by noon, 68 degrees by 4 o'clock with showers and thunderstorms developing, a high of 70 degrees coming up. We're going to time out all those showers and storms in our weekend forecast.
All right, sounds good, Austin. Allen County prosecutors charge a former sheriff's office employee with battery. Stephanie Vest faces the charges after the allegations of misconduct toward an inmate at the Allen County Jail. The incidents happened between 2024 and 2025 while Vest worked as a civilian employee. Sheriff Anthony Manis contacted the Kansas Bureau of Investigation in December to assist with the investigation. Prosecutors filed the battery charge against Vest yesterday. The sheriff's office placed Vest on leave during the investigation and later terminated her employment. Officials have not released additional details about the specific nature of the alleged incidents. A Neosho man with family and close ties to the 4 states area is missing now for nearly a month and a half. The Neosho Police Department released more details about the last known location of 27-year-old Trey Friend. That location near an address on Old Trail Road close to Lanigan, Missouri, in McDonald County, where he was seen walking away. Missouri State Highway Patrol also listed Friend as an active missing person. The noted friend had a tattoo of a cow skull on his back and a tattoo of a skull with a crown on his left arm. In a statement from the family, and they say, quote, "We have to find our boy no matter what it takes." Our stories are often discovered by you, our viewers, and we invite you to share your news tips with us. Scan the QR code and you'll be taken to a form where you can submit a tip quickly and easily. Thank you for being a part of the story. Pitt State education students had the opportunity to network and participate in interviews for potential job openings at the school's teacher interview day today. Representatives from 74 local districts were on hand at the Plaster Center, where they were able to participate in up to 10 interviews over the course of the event.
I have 5 or 6 for a position, so that makes it even more important to go out to events like this, get to know potential candidates because we're again, the candidate pool is not as large as it used to be, so going to every event we possibly can to try to find the next best teacher for us is very important.
Several students expressed optimism and excitement for their interviews and credit the Pitt State Education Program for preparing them for what's next. Nonprofit leaders gathered at the Parallel Education Center for a 3-hour grant writing workshop aimed at strengthening organizations across Southeast Kansas. The session was held in partnership with CHC staff who shared their experience in research, data collection, and building strong grant applications. Organizers say grant writing is a critical skill for nonprofits since much of their funding comes from grants.
We want to see our communities thrive. We want to see our kids getting all of the resources that they can get. We want to see our unhoused communities getting all of the nutrition and financial benefits that they might be able to get.
Organizers hope attendees will use what they learned to secure more funding and continue making a difference across Southeast Kansas. A new expo center brings possibilities to Northeast Oklahoma. Coming up, how the Wolf Creek Expo Center in Grove could attract visitors and revenue. But up first, some drivers in Monette, Missouri hope a long-awaited rail project brings an end to lengthy delays. A long-awaited railroad overpass project that's been in the works for 10 years in Monette, Missouri is moving closer to reality. To say it's a high-traffic area is an understatement. Currently, drivers in the Southwest Missouri community are stopping for up to 32 trains a day. As Adam Woodbury reports, federal funding is secured and construction could begin soon.
The Chapel Drive overpass is set to become Monette's 3rd railroad overpass, designed to improve traffic flow and prevent drivers from being stopped by passing trains. City leaders first began applying for grants back in 2016. Not all got approved, but the Chrissy grant, a federal rail infrastructure and safety grant, was.
This is going to be about a $7.6 million project. The grant from the federal government is going to be $4.9 million. MoDOT's kicking in some money, and the railroad's kicking in some money because it's a win-win for everyone.
Mayor Randy Burke says the overpass would serve 2 major purposes: public safety and economic development.
And so for emergency services, you really need that because a lot of the residential areas in Monette. So for public safety, you need to have unfettered access as you go from there out to the hospital.
The hospital is now located along Highway 60, meaning emergency crews can be delayed when trains block crossings. Berg also points to nearby development.
Amazon is going in probably 400 yards away. This is kind of a last mile facility, and what that means, big trucks come here, little trucks come out. Rather than to come from Joplin or Springfield. And that's going to result in better customer service. It'll bring about 100 jobs.
People who live near the crossing say trains can sometimes sit there for a long time, forcing people to reroute.
And a lot of times the trains that do go through, they'll get to the crossing and they'll stop. And they'll just sit, and I mean sit for quite a while.
City leaders say they're now waiting on final approval from the Federal Railroad Administration on the remaining engineering details. And the mayor says he's confident construction will begin this year. And once it starts, Burke says Chapel Drive could be closed for up to 15 months.
I regret that inconvenience, but in the long run, it's going to be much better.
Once final engineering approval comes through, Mayor Burke says they'll be able to start taking bids for construction. A little later, runners and walkers in Joplin lace up once again for an annual good cause.
And heavy rain could wash out those weekend plans. I'll have details coming up.
Here's your Skywatch weather forecast from the trusted Roper Kia Weather Center.
Well, our forecast begins changing significantly over the next 48 hours. Our next weather maker is sitting off to our southwest right now. What we're going to notice with this guy is as it tracks east here, it has counterclockwise motion to it, okay? And what's going to happen there is it's going to pull moisture and warmer air from the south as it moves in, especially as it circles around counterclockwise and brings in all that warmer air. As that tracks further east here, that's going to increase our moisture here in the 4 states region. But right now, things are still quiet. We still have some time to prepare, but there's a significant amount of rainfall on the way here. Right now, just some partly cloudy conditions, especially south of 44. North of 44, it's more clear conditions this evening. Temperatures falling to the low 40s overnight tonight. Very mild, actually, for this time of year. Cloud cover from the west will begin pushing in as we head into the 6 a.m. hour tomorrow. Things will become mostly cloudy for our Friday, but 42 overnight tonight. Very mild evening for us tonight. For tomorrow and what you can expect, 48 degrees by 8 o'clock, 64 by noon, 68 by 4 o'clock. This between the 4 and 8 p.m. hour is when we're going to start to see showers and thunderstorms begin to develop. Our high temperature tomorrow, 70 degrees. Evening thunderstorms, possible winds out of the south-southeast. All right, let's talk about some of this. So here's our winds out of the southeast right as we head into Friday morning. But you'll notice they begin to shift more out of the south-southeast. So now we're beginning to pull in warmer air and more moisture. What's going to happen there? I expect temperatures to break into the 70s, no problem, tomorrow. As we head into the later afternoon hours, cloud cover really begins to build in. Showers and thunderstorms begin to push in around 7, 8 o'clock during the evening hours Friday. We're going to see our upper level low just off to our west. It's been tracking a little bit further north. Now, we're also going to have a stationary front here, and that's not a great setup for us because it is in terms of rainfall, and we definitely need it, but we're going to get excessive rainfall at times, especially towards our southwest and our southern portions of our region. Notice by 11 o'clock here, starting to see some widespread rainfall begin to move into the region. Temperatures very mild overnight, still into the 50s as we head overnight into Saturday morning here. Pockets of very heavy rainfall here, and as that stationary front just kind of sits over our region, we're going to see showers continue to regenerate as we head throughout our Saturday here. So consistent rainfall throughout Valentine's Day, unfortunately here. So if you have any plans that you can postpone until Sunday, that's going to be a little bit better. Temperatures going to be trying to make their way into the upper 50s there. Here's our surface low right here. It's tracking a little bit further north, and what that means for us is just more rainfall in the 4 states region. We're going to be talking about 1 to 3 inches across the entire region for the communities there. 62 degrees as we head into Sunday, 66 on Monday, back into the 70s by the middle part of next week, maybe a scattered shower or two there, 73 on Thursday, and then some showers and thunderstorms possible next weekend as well. So an active end to the second week of February, and then continuing some precipitation chances into the third week.
Yeah, that's a lot of rain in the forecast, and hopefully some of it will get into the ground where it's needed.
Yeah, we could definitely use some. I know Mother Nature's trying to send her love in ways of rainfall.
All right. Thanks, Austin. Well, we've got the perfect way for you to stay ahead of severe weather. You can scan this QR code with your phone and head straight to the updated weather resources page on our website, where you can find information on storm shelters, weather updates, closings, and road conditions. You can also find tips for watching live streams in real time. It's called the Weather Resource page on KOAMNewsNow.com. Grove, Oklahoma opens a new expo center on Wolf Creek. The 47,000 square foot facility includes a 6,200 square foot outdoor patio. The center provides space for expos, business meetings, and dinners. Grove officials say the community needed a place to grow and develop.
Actually, Grove has gotten a lot of ODOT money just recently, so there are some plans to look at the facility, look at the traffic, and they're taking that into consideration very carefully.
The city is reviewing potential shows for the venue, focusing on family-friendly events. The Grove Area Chamber of Commerce says the Expo Center will create momentum for the local economy and draw regional visitors. Still ahead, the Colgan Panthers and Frontenac Raiders clash on the hardwood in the latest chapter of their rivalry. Highlights next. Plus, the Missouri Southern Lions are back at home with a pair of matchups against Northwest Missouri State. Highlights from Joplin coming up in sports.
High school and college basketball fill the sports slate here in the 4 states this evening with Missouri Southern, Joplin High, Colgan, and Frontenac in action. Tipping it off in Joplin with the Lions women's squad taking on Northwest Missouri State. Early second quarter, Grace Frazier at the top of the key for the Lions, dragging 2 defenders and finding Nariah Clay for the open 3. She'll hit that every single time. Lions looking to add on. Frazier still running the offense as point guard, drives left on her defender and kisses it off the glass for the acrobatic 2. What a play from the sophomore. But the Bearcats looking to claw back. Andrea Lopriato grabs the rebound and takes it down court the other way before finding Boston Wand wide open under the basket. Visitors still threatening late in the second quarter. Lopriato takes it herself this time. She'll back down her defender, fighting through some contact and finishing for 2 plus a foul. Bearcats upset the Lions to hand them their first home loss of the year, 65-60. Lions men's squad eyeing a fifth straight win in the nightcap against the Bearcats. MSSU looking to open the game strong. Senior guard Gavin Elkamel drives and kicks to Braden Williams, who knocks down the 3 for the first bucket of the night. Lions continuing their attack. It's Colin Ruffin this time. He'll take a few dribbles on the outside before taking the screen, rolling, driving, and scoring off the glass for 2. Bearcats on the offensive now. 6'7" Jack Radigan hauls in the inbounds pass before dumping it off to Aiden Gare, who hits the tray and tells his defender it's way too easy. Visitors threatening at the end of the quarter. Royce Williams directing the offense, finds Robbie Garcia down low. He'll fight off his defender and float it in for the bucket. Bearcats earn the sweep in the nightcap, winning 81-74. Staying in Joplin with the Eagles girls team battling Republic in a COC clash. First quarter, Tigers with a 4-point advantage. Kyrie Britton launches a one-handed pass to Ava Wolf. Continues the ball movement to Alyssa Owens, who knocks down a 3. Second quarter, Owens dishes it to Adwin Barstow up top. She finds Soleil Parker down low. Parker's going to go up against her defender and finish the bucket for Joplin. Later on, Tigers up 10 now. Good ball movement once again from the Eagles to find Parker with an open look in the corner, but she can't connect. However, Ava Wolf hunts down the rebound and gets the putback on the second chance. Fourth quarter now. Barstow gets rid of it to Owens. She'll cross over. She'll attack, go to the elbow, spins, and puts it up, banking it in to cut into the deficit. The Eagles fall at home to Republic 61-20. On the Kansas side, it's a rivalry renewed as Colgan hosts Frontenac. First quarter, Raiders trailing early, working the ball around to Marley Stout in the corner. She'll fire from 3, and that is nothing but net from the senior to cut the deficit. Later in the first, Jacayla Davis in transition for the Panthers. She'll draw the defense, connecting with Janessa Davis, who fires from the corner herself, draining the triple. The twin telepathy between the two Davis twins strong on this one. Final seconds of the first, Colgan looking to add on. Davis takes a pass, crosses over, step back tray, bang from the senior before the buzzer. Panthers up by 9 after 1. In the second quarter was all Colgan. In the final seconds of the half, Mariella Gilmore finds Davis, and she fires from way downtown. Cash it! Davis finishing with 41 points on the night. Panthers dominate at home, winning 69-38. Panthers boys squad eyeing a fifth straight win in the finale against the Raiders. First quarter, Frontenac leading and looking for more. Jake Wagner connects with Brogan Smith on the backdoor cut. Smith shakes off a defender, kissing it off the glass for 2. But Colgan has an immediate response. Jaden Brown running the point here. He'll kick it over to the wing to a wide open Brock Raydell. He'll fire, and the southpaw drains the triple. And this one would go back and forth in the first quarter. Raiders working the ball around. They're going to swing it around. They'll get it to the top of the key to their big man, Jake Martinez. He'll fire, and the sophomore, that's nothing but net from him. Panthers going the other way now. Will Schremer takes the pass. He'll attack the basket, fighting through contact, shaking off his defender. Again, this runner to go, but Frontenac hence Colgan their first league loss, 55-49 the final. The Pitt State softball team is on fire to open the 2026 season, winning their first 9 games. The Gorillas, they're back in action with the Branson D2 Battle Tournament with a pair of games today. PSU taking care of business against Missouri St. Louis to open the tourney, defeating the Tritons 10-3. Gorillas had 3 hitters drive in at least 2 runs, including a 3 RBI performance from Kylie Lamont. And in Game 2, PSU takes down Southern Nazarene in a pitcher's duel. Ava Laurent surrendering only 2 runs in a complete game effort. Kaden Trocum and Haley Igu each hitting a home run in the win as well. As the Winter Olympics continue in Italy, let's take a look at the current medal count. And it's the hosting country leading the way with 17 medals, followed by Norway and the United States tied for second with 14. Norway, though, has the most gold medals so far, totaling 7. A couple events to look forward to tomorrow. U.S. women's curling against Canada, along with the United States battling Italy in women's hockey. Loving the Winter Olympics right now, but some great basketball tonight. Ja'Kayla Davis, she's closing in on 2,000 career points.
And she almost broke a record tonight. Maybe she would have if she had played the whole game.
Yeah, she was pulled a little bit early with the big lead that they had. She was 2 points off from her career high, scored 41, career high's 43. But I guess next time if they get to that point, she's not going to be sitting. She's going to be going for that career high.
That's right. We're back with more news after this. Organizers are hoping for another record turnout for this year's Freeman 5K and Autism Walk. The event, entering its 7th year, is continuing to grow. Last year, it drew 866 participants, and this year, teams can compete by raising funds with prizes awarded to the top 3 groups. In addition to the 5K and walk, the event also features a car show, vendors, and activities for families in a fair-like setting. And again, that event is coming up on Saturday, April 18th.
Yeah, I can't give you the weather that far out just yet, but we can expect that the farmers are going to receive some love from Mother Nature here, and as we head into this weekend.
All right, final sports note.
Yes, the Chiefs making a couple additions to their coaching staff, getting a new running backs coach with a fresh face, and then reunion with their defensive line coach, their assistant one replacing their old one who went to Michigan to coach with his dad.
Making changes. Yep. Hopefully it'll work out. All right, thank you for watching. Have a great evening and an even better Friday.